much. I'm manager of Tropa Suprema. In video today, I go show 2 hours of parts of life in the monthly final July Brawl Stars. We win. I'm very proud with my first title in this lineup. I hope you like. I will record more videos, scrims, tournaments. I have more journeys in SCL for to post, but I don't have more time because I am work now in Lidl. It's a supermarket in Portugal. I hope you like. Give your like and share. Thank you very much, and let's go.
Gonna see a Queen 9 for the possibilities. Let's get a look at the bands as well. That way we can get a better idea of what's gonna be played here. Do we see Max? Of course we see the Max band.
But we don't.
But we see the Bell band, right? And the Stew and the Sprout bands as well. So Max, out of the question. Bell out of the question at last. I was kind of done with the Bell band, right? But or I was kind of done with the Bell gameplay. Now we finally see the band, right? Very powerful brawler, and we open up a lot more possibilities with that. We get a little bit more hyper possibilities when we need a long range thing.
But we don't. Primo, you'll be stepping right on up. Frank is still out there. We don't see Bull, but theoretically we can see the Bull. Like, we're gonna see Primo, and that. I mean, here's the thing: is that like when you have a character this strong, because I think this is a result of what we were talking about earlier. And shout out to the chat, right down the middle.
Look at that.
Down to 51%. You know, it's funny. If anything, I would expect Tropa Suprema to be the one with the 51%. But yeah, either way, that's about even for me. What I was saying was that, like, earlier today we were talking about, like, when the best character or what's perceived to be something really, when that's not banned, it's sort of like that blind ban chicken, they're gonna ban him out. I think both teams expected the enemy to ban Primo. And now here's the question is, how prepared against Primo are you? And the answer is, well, we just don't think it. I almost think that's a mistake.
They're both playing Primo counters though, right? We see Ryoshi on the B, Aaron on the Spike, and then we have Milgrio on the B, and the choice of Surge on the Giga, and then of course Barley's competing at mid.
Big opening.
Great momentum for Tropa Suprema, an easy seemingly first goal. Aaron gonna pop that one in the goal and will return to mid. And we already have supers on the side of Tropa Suprema. Emperor gonna have to fall right back, right off of the beginning of the pitch. And Nishi having to fall back. Ryohi pops down that honey pot, and so does Milgrio, but both fall pretty much immediately. Aaron keeping up the healing with that big cactus. And looks like the ball is going to the side of Tropa Suprema now.
Aaron has been real strong in this game. The spike play has not only won the right lane, but also opened up the kill in the mid lane to get that first goal opening. Now, though, Milgrio gets the revenge, wins on the left-hand side, keeps Barley at bay. Aaron, though, gets the kill on to 1, slows down, and that'll stop. Oh, and the kill on top of it! That's insane! Aaron's insane. So... I mean, listen, they couldn't do anything off of that, and the stop was already achieved. But I'm still here with the big ticket. That's fun to watch.
Well, Tropa Suprema, though, they're keeping up the defense now. 45 seconds remain in the match. Mole just has to throw down the super high. Gego might be ready with the teleport. No, he's actually not going to use it. Mole gets taken down by Milgrio, and could we see the push from Emperor? Rio, he says, let me slow you down as much as I can. He doesn't use the super for that, though. He's just firing away at Milgrio, who's going to be one of the big game changers here with the Killer Bee. He actually goes straight for Hagego. Aaron, though, falls, and that is the biggest X factor on Tropa Suprema, as he's doing such a good job of defending so far. And Nishi going to put it in the goal, and we have a tie game as we count down the last 10 seconds before overtime.
Big plays here to equalize things up on Brawl Ball. In the mid. Going to be taken down by Mole. Overtime. Super available for Mole. Doesn't opt to shoot it from this distance. It would not have reached. 50 seconds. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, let's see, Tropa Suprema, they have the super, but it doesn't make contact with anyone. Of course, we're talking about those bees from Ryoki. Milkrio, though, going to zone out Ryogi and pop the slow of his own when he can. Ryogi has the killer beat, though. Milkrio's one shot. Is it going to connect? No, it is not.
Oh.
But Hagego is ready to put this in the goal. He's only level 1, though, so what's going to happen? That cactus is getting in the way, the pass to Inishi, and it goes for control. You're able to slow things down, for things coming out. It's only going to be Hagego switching up, though. Everything else remains the same. But Hagego, is the one who was having a little bit of trouble in the last game. So, Tropa Suprema, right, they got to put out versus this G. Now it's the counter to Barley.
Rio wins one side, but it's not a lot of space taken up by Tropa as they kind of try to deal. Interesting play here from Emperor, though. They switch lanes. Gene gonna go to the right-hand side. Could not fight in that mid at all due to just the way the boxes are lined up. And so the switch from mid to right side so they can actually land some shots. Problem is, Aaron's landing the shots as well. Not enough to get the kill just yet. And even after the fact, can't get it done.
Yep, Tropa Suprema is still not going to be able to put it in. Emperor, though, keeping up a good defense, right? We see one falling every now and then. Let's see what Aaron's able to muster here. Surprising to see the cactus behind the wall. Aaron's going to make use of it going down, though, to heal himself, and now he can kind of make something out of this. Another thing to note is he switched off of Fertilize onto Curveball this time. We'll see what kind of impact that makes in overtime, because I do think that is where we are headed at this rate. It's a very even mid-fight. It gets kind of close to an enemy goal at some times, but it is more or less a stalemate. Ryogi looks for the kill with the killer B on the left lane. Milkrio not going to let it happen, though. Milkrio the master of just keeping the pace of this B matchup on the left lane. He's not going to get hit either. He gets a hit on Ryogi. Does Ryogi get to go down? And it's a question. That might be the decider in this situation.
Might just be 15 seconds on the clock. Emperor looking for the win. If they take the win, of course, they take the set. And overtime guaranteed here. Sort of like Reddy was alluding to. Pop goes the Weasel. And there it is. I think the big cactus is like, why put it there? You can actually pop it down to maybe defend. Like, there's actually some real thoughts with the big cactus here, but ultimately just kind of taken out very, very quickly. So, midfield, 40 seconds to go.
Tropa Suprema trying to push their way up. Let's see what Aaron's curveball is able to make in terms of impact on this mid-fight. Once again, though, Emperor pushing up in overtime. Hagego has the fall, but he's not going to be able to do much with it. He has the pull available, and we'll see if he's able to synergize. Here comes Mole. He's not able to escape. Hagego trying to make something out of this. Aaron, though, able to get the kill with the super, but he's not able to get the kill from the gadget. The clock ticks down. It's a 2v2 here. Aaron gets tapped once. Ryogi not going to get hit by the killer bee yet. Here is the super from Mole, but it looks like it's going to be a tie game unless we see Aaron with the pass. No, he's not able to grab the ball just yet.
One change to the Gene. We'll jump right on in here, and Tick shows up here for Emperor. And then Mole is going to be on the Gene this time around down. So all of a sudden, Emperor pushing, but Mole gets an important answer kill. And that honestly will prevent from what coulda, shoulda, woulda been the goal. But there he is, Aaron showing up playing Primo. He already died first, so we'll see what happens later on.
That's the strat with Primo, is you're just a big wall of health, right? You're just a super battery for a little while, and then you get the free super. Aaron gets the free super. Let's see what he's able to make of it. Mole is sitting here with the super, right, ready to punish anyone who gets too aggressive. Any of these squishy brawlers, he's going to be able to get the guaranteed kill. Already flashing that super. He wants to hit it on Milkrio. Aaron is ready with the super as well. They're just stacking on top of each other. We'll see what Mole's able to make of this. It's going to be a guaranteed kill. And here comes Aaron. Milkrio goes down. So does the Tick super, but at the expense of Aaron's life. Mole and Ryogi still have their supers, and Emperor, they are not ready with theirs, but they're still keeping up this defense. The Tick is really what's going to be slowing down the pace of this game.
Yeah, the Tick right there, we see what's happening there. Aaron jumps in and is able to get kind of countered. Had the ball, trying to get past defense, can't, passes it directly to Anishi. And fantastic play for now as Ryohei coulda, shoulda, woulda, but winds up dying after the fact. And so the ball will stay on the side of the Emperor. We count down post 1 minute. A nice try from Tropa, but unable to seal the deal.
Yeah, another thing is that Tropa Suprema is going to be at a disadvantage once the walls break down because they had Aaron over here on the Primo, right? Not that there's anything wrong with Aaron. It's just a Primo thing, right? As we head into overtime, he is not going to be able to get the hits, but here comes Milkrio getting taken down, and Ishii is the next to fall. The pass to Aaron, and it's a done deal. Aaron putting that one in the goal. 15 seconds remain for Emperor to pick up a goal, but I don't think it's going to happen. Aaron already jumping in, gets instantly denied by the last hurrah, but didn't even really matter. Change that super, and Tropa Suprema, they have the game.
Just not enough time here. Not enough time. It worked, sure, I get it. But, okay, there it is.
Oh, you're kidding.
Poco Morris Tank Boy. That's what we want to see.
The circus is in town. What? Tropa Suprema! They already put it in! Ryohei with the dribble and putting it in the goal. Well, I was pretty quick to call this one a joke, but clearly both teams are very serious about this. Ryohei gets the double bats. Here comes another double bats. He almost gets it. Aaron though tosses that ball forward.
This is it. They're going to score again. They're going to score again.
What?
Oh, no, they're not. Oh, yes, they are.
He's going for it.
They're not. Oh, yes, they
the double bats. What?
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna
Pop,
what?
pop. Oh, left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right.
Oh my god. I'm dying. I'm sorry. I thought you'd take over here.
Oh no, the pull is going to remove Maul from this one. Primo jumps in, doesn't hit anybody, and everybody hits Primo right on back. There's the secondary jump, not going to be good enough. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Ron going up. Didn't expect that. Here comes Ryohei. Didn't expect bats. Bang! Puts it in.
Poco, and we're bringing out the Mortis, and we're bringing out the Primo. Yeah, let's see what you do versus that. Oh man, they're both running it now. Oh dear. But they are bringing out more or less the same comp. They do have Byron on the side of Emperor, but it's going to be Tick to respond. He does outrange Byron here, and it's actually going to be a major thorn in the side. We'll see how Emperor deals with it, as Byron's essentially prevented from accessing his teammates that he needs to be healing up.
Sandy over here on the right side. It's also an interesting way to play it. It's almost like they've made this map, the players are playing this map as if it's sideways, you know what I mean? Instead of playing some of the lanes that we normally see, everyone's just kind of playing mid across the canal. Not the way we usually see things done on this map. And one player from Emperor just kind of stuck up in the top, so we have a 3v2. A very interesting split up here as Byron separated from the squad, like you mentioned. Pull it for Ryohei though, and that'll be a big one. 6-4 at the moment with about a minute to go.
Yeah, Tropa Suprema on the hunt for Milkrio, but he's able to make away with that kill. And here we see Nishi though sneaking around the left side, trying to get some hits here. Does make contact with Mole, but he has the super ready to go, and they're going to use this to get sort of a push. And Milkrio is forced to retreat on the right lane. Tropa Suprema keeping up the control. The 30-second mark strikes. It's not exactly drive time. Emperor, they got a little bit more time before they absolutely have to make a push. Hegego debating between going all the way behind toward the flank, the complete suffocation and surrounding of the enemy. Aaron is actually going to get this pull, and Tropa Suprema, they're pretty much going to trade sides with Emperor here. Or no, they're going to stay in that same position, but Tropa Suprema keeps on racking up kills, and Emperor just isn't able to respond.
Ryohei is just absolutely, oh my goodness. Ryohei
again here on Canal Grand. Not much of a switch up from Tropa Suprema, but Emperor completely turning things around. It is the complete long range comp. What on earth is Tropa Suprema gonna do versus this?
I mean, this is exactly what I would have done if I was, well, I don't know if this is what I would have done if I was Emperor. Basically, Tropa was like, listen, we're just gonna brawl and beat you up. And Emperor was like, well, maybe if we keep them at bay. The problem is, they're not keeping them at bay. Tropa's just inching up forward and really, all right, was making the noise there as Nishi kind of lands one themselves.
Yep, Milkrio is going to be sitting here with the super. He's going to be ready. He does pop off with that rocket fuel. And back in business now, advancing up the right lane. Mole trying to get that super out any moment now. Does fall, or at least retreat. Ryohi now pushing up the left side. Aaron's trying to get the next super as well. Ryohi just pushing all the way up as far as he can. Mole's ready with the super. Here comes around the right lane. But Milkryo and Anishi make short work. The Emperor still comfortably leading with 6 stars so far. And Aaron is still trying to get his first super. He's going to be just getting some chip shots on the enemy to try and feed it. But that's really all that he's going to be able to do. The other challenge is to just get in range of these guys to even hit the pull to begin with.
Tough stuff here for Tropa, as they are not really killing it right now. Emperor doing a much better job, and there's more stars in their direction. 12 to 4 at the moment.
Yeah, Emperor still keeping up the defense. Mole trying to make whatever he can out of this, but really in this situation, it just looks like Emperor, they completely outcomped Tropa Suprema, and it could have actually been like a Tropa Suprema game if they had managed to take the star right off the beginning of the game and had
On the way, we had some issues for a moment, but hopefully those issues have subsided as we jump on in here. Tropa Suprema versus Emperor. Neither of these teams expected to be here in our grand finals. Right now, Tropa Suprema has the big boy lead with one set to none, and at the moment, it's about tied up.
Yep, Tropa Suprema and Emperor looking pretty clean here so far. We do see Mole hanging on to that blue star. Tropa Suprema, they're just gonna have to hold back here. It is like a complete reversal, actually, F-Dot. It's like we've seen the outrange comp now played by Tropa Suprema. Emperor now completely outranged, with the exception of Anishi here on the Piper. Mole, though, has the advantage of all of these bushes on his side and the wall break as well. Another kill coming in. Aaron and Mole both eliminating their lanes. Milkryo, now, it's not necessarily a prime target. Ryohi's going to go for the kill. Aaron trying to just trap him in that corner. Ryohi's, though, distracted with Hagego, who's a much more present threat. Emperor still trying to push in. Here comes the wall break as well from Ryohi, and the kill onto Aaron. But it's not going to be much. It's just a drop in the pond. Ryohi getting a nice kill on Milkryo, and Tropa Suprema running back with the lead in the last 40 seconds.
About a half a minute to go here, and a very large lead suddenly made into a small one. Beautiful play there from the Gene on red team, as it was over 10 gems. Now just 3 separate the squads. A very defensive play coming out from TS here. I wonder if they can keep it up.
Yep, Aaron backed into the right corner here. Here's the only red speed from Anishi, though it doesn't make contact. Hagego getting ready to push in. The kill from Anishi, and another kill. Emperor, are they going to be able to run it back? Ryohi needs the kill. Here's the pull, and the
deal, and you can absolutely see these teams come and bring them out, and we'll see a Frank at the very least. Frank on the right-hand side, and usually they play a little bit more conservatively, but Frank's just walking forward and trying to get Aaron, or at least locking him down here, which, I mean, if you can take Carl out of the situation, you can take Carl out of the situation.
Yeah, see, Carl is like, he's just not good in these situations versus tanks where it's not a close range scenario. Because the only way he's able to get good DPS is if he's able to constantly hit that pickaxe against a wall, and that is not what he's able to get versus Hagego. It's going to be great defense from the Emperor, but the challenge is going to be the retake. Hagego letting it get just one little jab on the save. Yeah, just a little, yeah, onto the save. And Emperor going to be running it back. Hagego going to get the stun on, no, what?
No.
He just zipped, wait, what? What happened?
So
he was
what
stunned at the end of the range?
Yeah, it looked like Aaron zipped out of there, but was stunned mid-animation and actually let the run go off and stunned him after the fact. An interesting interaction there for sure, as a big stun whiffs. No, you can't whiff those.
No. Well,
unfortunately, doing one thing, and you have to do the one thing.
Yeah, well, at least he's going to get the herbal tonic from Milkryo, and that's going to make things a lot easier to defend here. And Nishi's going to be going for the kills as well. Mole is hanging onto the super as well. That bot is going to connect, and Ryohi goes for a little bit of damage. Though, Emperor, they are relatively well equipped for what could be well, was obviously going to be the final siege, but could be their siege. Tropa Suprema needs to pick up the bolts here. We see Aaron pick up one, Anishi picks up another. Here's a flying hook, but a kill for Anishi. Ryo's going to be holding back the opposition, but Emperor maintained this lead. It is without a doubt an Emperor spot for the final siege if Mole goes down. He's going to be in perfect position, though, to put down that slippery super and freeze the ground to keep that bot from making it in. But Hagego is the one with the super. He breaks open the walls instead of going for the Ike, but it is still going to make contact with that safe. It looks like an Emperor are going to be taking this game.
Big plays from Emperor there, and you know what? Sure, he's better here because of the tank change, absolutely, but he could have done what he's doing in these games before the tank change. And I kind of like that. This time around, though, no Frank.
Okay, what is going on here? This is weird. Why is Emperor completely pushing on the left lane? Do they just want the first bolt, or what's going on? I am confused because if we count, I think there are 3 lanes and they're just going for 1. It's going to be the first bot for Tropa Suprema, predictably, and Emperor going to be going for the defense now.
Well, from the left-hand side comes Aaron, and Ryohi gets a kill as well. So does Mole, and big damage, but they're abandoning ship nice and early here, about halfway done, actually precisely halfway done with the Ice. Curious as to why they kind of bailed early, to be honest with you. When you're playing Daryl Mortis, I mean, you get up on the Ike and just go to town.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll have to see, though, how it is handled by Emperor. They don't have the lead here. They're going to have to go for the defense again. 50% taken off by a 2-volt bot. What are they going to do this time? Ryohi is not going to be that much of a threat to them. He is going to get the double bats, though. Hagego here with the stun. Milfrio, Hagego, they're all pushing in here. The lamp blowout really goes down, though. And once again, Aaron on that Ike. Bot is about to connect. Are they able to get enough defense? Yes. 24% remains, and this is actually enough for Emperor to defend here. They just need the last bot once again.
Anishi doing a great job of taking down Daryl there. If it wasn't for that, then all of a sudden we have a very much different game. And so pull in, takes down Ryohi nice and easy. And here comes Aaron
for us. Ryohi once again pulling up the mort, but it's going to be Hagego on the L ground. Anishi on the left lane. We see the 2 brawlers on the left lane. From both sides, actually. Aaron going to take some major damage, but you don't see the kill from Anishi. It was just a little bit too little damage to take down Aaron, and it's going to be a Tropa Suprema bot to start us off.
Primo might be the, arguable best character right now. A lot of people say #1 brawler is El Primo, but for this game mode specifically, I still look to Frank. I think the stun is really important, and okay. So just a trust of the bot for round 1 sort of deal. Ryohi coming in and getting some kills just to open up this mid lane space. This is where Primo needs to make his money, though. Locking down bolts and mid. And I'm not seeing that happen.
Yeah, see, I like Primo for collecting the bolts. Also, Primo's like a hard counter to Frank, so Hagego is just like literally magnetized to Aaron. He like hardly cares about the objective. Tropa Suprema, they're still gonna secure the level 6 siege bot. Emperor pretty soon gonna match that that 6-volt. Yeah, that is kind of a oops right there, as Aaron did snag the kill. Milfrio gonna have to pick up the defense. Hagego gonna get a really nice bit of work in on the bot. Here comes Ryohi trying to get the kill, and
Giant.
Wait, what a colossal pull there from Milfrio to get that bot off. Tropa Suprema, they're not going to be able to go for the 1 push that they really wanted, and this is actually like free mid control for Emperor. Very, very, very free, and they're going to get all of the bolts and all of the trimmings for this final push. Aaron doesn't even have a super. Hagego, once again, going to be magnetized to this guy. Mole is going to have to help out here. Mole is going to get taken down. Hagego with the double kill as well. Nishi actually is the one to finish that off. Here's the final siege bot. Aaron, though, is making his way over to the save. Hagego is not able to get in time. He has the assistance from Milfrio. And here is the wall break from Hagego to open up the...
No.
What?
That's a big oops. That's a big oops. It might be a game-losing oops. The bot's stuck in the...
Yeah, but regardless, right? Let's get into it. This is, wow, what on earth am I watching? What? This is safe
what
zone?
month is this? What month is this?
Hold on. Okay, well, I guess it's East Asia for you. Tropa Suprema, though, they're keeping up the defense. Hegego. Getting a nice play. Rio, wait, no, never mind. Rio is the ghost. Rio, just doing Rio things, right? Just Rio things. As he makes his way over to the safe, it needs that super. Here comes that magical 13%. And Emperor, they're going to be powering up Milk Rio to get in here. Ryogi, though, just keeps on firing it down. As soon as Anishi gets him a 100% health, that's when Ryogi says, okay, I'm taking off 33%. And then Anishi does it again. And there goes 33%. He's maximizing his DPS, and he's getting loads of damage. Yeah, the in and out from Ryogi. 71% remains on Emperor safe. And Tropa's untouched.
Listen, Ryogi, like I said, absolutely my MVP. Win or lose, like this might be one of those situations where if Tropa Suprema don't win the finals tonight, I still might give MVP to Ryogi the way they've been playing. Aaron sneaks on up there, only 10% left for Emperor's safe box at the moment. Ryogi battling it out, trying to build that super, and the Primo does a great job of putting them down. Nice kill onto Colette real quick there. A minute to go. A whole lot for Emperor. Oh, only 10 for Trump.
Ouch. Okay, this is when I thought I'd see Milk Rio do something impactful, but he just got jumped on by the things.
It really is.
Okay, finally, I'm brought back down to earth. It's something like reasonable, or at least, I would say there's definitely a bunch of thought that goes into all of the picks, but this is something that's like predictable, right? Something that you would expect, just based on experience. Mole's the first one to receive that power up, and he's going to be putting it to work. He did what, 9% with one shot on a powered up B? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, okay. Tropa Suprema keeping up the pressure at mid. Milk Rio really suffering here.
It's kind of wild to see Ryogi on like a support character, Colonel Ruff, you know, but still,
yeah.
Like you have been the hard carry, and he goes, you know what? Mole's got a good B. I'll power him up. Like, what's the thought process there? As I think the Juke came out, Milk winds up using his super on a whole lot of nothing. Here comes the bees and the squeeze. Ryogi and Mole combined to take down the right lane Milk. And it opens up the door a little bit more. But like you said, I mean, 20% already done, really off of not much. Look at him, man. He was nasty on Rico, so you might as well play Rico Light, right?
Rico, except with the different super, and just a colossal, game-changing super as he's powered up Aaron now. Aaron is going to be going for that shot onto Milk Rio. I thought it was going to be the safe, but look how much damage that is on the safe. Every single tick is 2 or 3 damage. We could call it at like 2.5%. Ryogi's still going for the impact here. Does he? What? Stuns Milk Rio. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but Emperor, they're still way behind, and they're just not able to get in range. It's the Colette counter, really, that Tropa Suprema is playing here. But they have 2 brawlers that outrange her, and it's honestly a very good prediction.
Yeah, Colette has not really been able to get involved here. Blackjack on the clock as we count down what could be our final countdown of the afternoon. Colette jumps in there for 13%, but you're going to need a whole lot of Baker's dozens in order to make this one happen. Mole makes it rain. Mole brings the pain, and that will be game. Tropa Suprema are your winners for the BSC Finals here this month in July, and not a soul outside of Aaron, Mole, and Ryogi could have predicted it.
This is just absolutely insane, right? We have a legitimate contender for our second spot for the World Finals in East Asia, right? We see Queen Nai taken down in a complete upset, and now Tropa Suprema, they get the upset on the #1 team in the region, and now they take it all the way to the finals. Here's some highlights from their journey here today. Just in our last game, I mean, this was beautiful from Ryogi, right? We said time and time again, It is just one of the best boards we've ever seen played. And, you know, here comes Emperor, though. They fire back, taking back this game and taking back Bounty. And we start to question ourselves. We start to second guess. But here's the one push from Tropa Suprema. I mean, this was beautiful as well.
I mean, that's just... I think that one push was really what really sealed the deal for me. Not going to talk about it, as I kind of looked at Tropa and was like, this might be the team to get it done. But it was earlier on in the contest, I think, watching Rio. Honestly, it was quarterfinals Rio Rico play that made me say there's something special here.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think... I gave them probably a 45% chance of beating Jupiter's new team, Z Division, excuse me. And like, that's more than you're supposed to give them. And honestly, Ryohi's play, Aaron and Mo played fantastic. Everybody played well around him, but Ryohi absolutely brought it home. Just an incredible, you know, kind of look here. And I mean, you know, Pretty Hair is bringing up the stats an awful lot when it comes down to like the breakdown of these matches. Tropa wins 50% of their heist mode. So this wasn't like, man, they have the upper hand here. Here comes the victory bus. This was like, we'll see what happens, boys. And, well, we saw what happened, friends. Like, look.
Yeah. They left it all on safe zone, right? They left it all out for everyone to see, and they just played it so fantastically, and they even got the prediction in there with the counter comp. Like, it is so beautiful. Something like questionable decisions as well, you know, quite frankly. But I mean, I think that this is crazy that we enter today, and most people say no. We don't think, you know, we don't think Zeta is going to win, even though they're number one in the region and they haven't been defeated yet. We think it's going to be Queen Nai. It was like 48% of the vote was for Queen Nai. Queen Nai, they get knocked out by Emperor, and now Tropa Suprema is headed on to the finals with just barely any percentage of the vote. It was completely out of nowhere, but it's beautiful to watch.
Which, I mean, that's where, you know, that, like, I looked at Queen Nai and I looked at Emperor, and I knew whoever won was going to lose to Tropa Suprema. And then when Emperor got into the set, that's when I started, like, questioning what I knew. But, like I said, I saw Rio play on Rico, and not just his play, but the way his team played around his play, and went, this is something special. And you and I have done East Asia before, and I've watched Rio, and I've sat there going, he's got something, the team has something. Today, the stars aligned. And listen, if friends at home, if there's something that you need to, like, you know, need luck on your side for, do it now. We saw crazy stuff happen in NA. We saw crazy stuff happen here. We've got crazy friends here as well. Invite Pretty Hair back in, because this one was pretty crazy. Nick, PH, look, boom, he's just here, just like that. Woo, crazy. How you feeling, big man?
That's insane, man. I mean, after the way both those semifinals go, we're guaranteed a very exciting finish. Like, you have no idea how to call this one. These teams don't have the history. They don't have the statistics making it this far, playing against each other. Like, this is all uncharted waters entirely. This looked like it might have been a quick day when we were in the quarterfinals, man, but I'm so glad that it shaped up to be the absolute beatdown to the finish that it ended up being here in the semis and in the finals. Huge congrats to Tropa Suprema. You can't take anything away from either of these teams, though. Queen Nai, Zeta Division, both of their semifinals opponents played incredible as well. Had some incredible games and some seriously good moments, which really, to me, just sort of pumps this victory up to that next level as if it really needed it, right? Like, these guys played out of their minds, and they beat these top teams that were in top form. These weren't like weird off days, dropped games, none of that, man. They came out and slammed it.
I mean, that's the fun part, and this is the funner part. Don't say that. More fun part. There we go. Let's bring up the regional leaderboard as we see kind of the point system, because this is the big picture that Reddy was talking about. So Queen Nai, 362 points. Tropa Suprema now in striking distance of being able to take away that second spot. You can see the little Brawl Stars trophy there. Those two that denotes that those two places go to finals, World, big championship, all the marbles. And so with this victory, Tropa Suprema are in the running. They are close. The gap has been realistically here. And Queen Knight and Zeta Division, once upon a time, just owned these spots. Tropa Suprema's here, and they're knocking on that door saying, hey, what's up?
Yeah, man, it's super exciting because, like, we were getting to the point, right, in a lot of these regions where this is, I think, what, an 8-month run here in this series, and you got the same team taking home first 4 in a row. You're kind of like, all right, this is sort of it. Like, this 5th month, either somebody starts to make a move, something's got to happen now, or we're starting to get into the realm of mathematical improbabilities and impossibilities even. But this week has kind of kept this region alive, I think, into the late stages of this tournament series.
Well, we've got to play the day as well to show you guys. And there were a couple of fun plays here as we took a look. But, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody kind of has to celebrate one of the bigger ones. Ready? What do you see out here?
I mean, okay, Ryohi, right? Shooting around the backside and then come around here for the kill on Pepe. I mean, this was colossal. Here comes Gaicha, right? And Mole teleporting in, gets immediately taken out. Ryohi's the only constant on this roster. It was just insane to see, right? Just absolutely one of the best plays of the day. Look at this again, Ryohi, right? I mean, it definitely is worth watching it back. Just a complete team kill, right? And Ryohi's also on the enemy side of the arena, deep in enemy territory, just heals himself up with Bouncy Castle. No issue there. This is insane to watch, right? Tropa Suprema, they definitely got some amazing players to them. Look at this. He takes him down. Gaicha over on the right lane trying to keep it up with his super, but Ryohi just getting the massive control, and Ryohi just jumping away on the jump pad, right? Using their jump pad.